First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Baltimore Ravens. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Gone. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Malik Harrison charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. From the end zone, gone. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 34-yard line.
Here's Goff. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
And a fresh start for DeAndre Swift and his teammates with this brand-new coaching staff. And they believe he can be a 3-down back. They want to get him in space against linebackers. 46 catches his rookie year. They expect that number to get into the 60s.
Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. He'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
On 1st and 10, Goff. And that's out to the flat for Swift. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Jackson. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Jackson. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? To be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that could be pinpoint here.
As I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Jackson from the shotgun. Dancing to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker with the extra point. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Go off a handoff here to Swift. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. To throw is Goff. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Marcus Peters came screaming in on the corner blitz.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
I know many people like that. He creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Finds a seam inside the 40. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Goff now looking to throw. This one caught. It's the tight end Hockenson. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Here's Swift. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
One more time with Swift. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The penalty gets them half the distance closer, but they'll still need to come up with something on 3rd and goal. From the gun, here's Goff. Being chased out left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Seibert's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just want to run past it.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They go play action now. Jackson. Flushed out right. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Jackson on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
And now the up man has it. It's a fake, and he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. On first down, it's gone. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get this off to Swift. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On first down, Swift. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Goff now to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Quick throw going to be caught by Foster. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Goff now looks to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Justice Hill on the return. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football. And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Jackson. Got a man. It's Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Jackson's throw taken in by Watkins here. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Goff. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And the Lions, first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Swift in to make the stop. Patrick Queen, the linebacker, the Ravens' leading tackler in 2020.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Goff's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 44-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Throw left side, complete to Foster. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now this throw caught left side. Touchdown, Detroit! Amon-Ra St. Brown with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position, at receiver, than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the 3rd quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
On 2nd and inches, Jackson. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you can see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
Marcus Peters up to make the tackle.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Here's Goff. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
Swift. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions add on to their lead. Seibert on for the PAT. And the lead is now 13. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Brian Poole. And the Lions are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. The 40, past the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Before that last pass, 2 interceptions have already been thrown. And this last one tipped in the air, which means everyone on defense is almost fighting each other in order to get to the football to try and make it a third. Once you've thrown a couple, it's almost like a swarm of bees going after the ball. And in this case, they weren't able to get there before it fell to the ground. Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Marquise Brown. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here's Raymond bringing it out. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50. And now off to the races down the right side. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Lions. It's been a back-and-forth game. A lot of points on the board. And that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it. And as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming. And that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
So both offenses come to life here in this 3rd quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They forced incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Jackson will throw again. And that is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth. Tucker with the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
Afterwards, one to overturn.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 64 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
On first down, Swift. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll run on first down. Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Goff throwing complete for Swift. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 35.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
On first down, Swift. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
A first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Now Goff taps this forward. That's a jet sweep. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. 9 yards that time.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll run with Swift. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Lions look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Here a throw taken in by Watkins. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big play there on the catch and run. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw again is Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. He finds his man, complete. That's Brown. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 13-yard line. Here's Jackson. Flush to his right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Second down and 8. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. One last shot for Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Lions come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Detroit, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos.